What is up, ladies and gentlemen? We're back. I am the Guitarist 562, and I do video game guides and walkthroughs. And in today's video, I want to go over the Lionheart build. Now, the Lionheart build is very similar to the Crescent Moon build, but there are some slight modifications. Now, as you can see, a lot of people are extremely strange, and they want to what they want to do is actually have HP in their Lion builds because they feel like they can justify it by staying alive and being able to pump out DPS in that fashion. However, that's just not, in my opinion, how it's supposed to be. Now, realistically speaking, if you have the right gear and the right pieces, you can actually do a lot of damage on Lion. One of the hardest pieces, which is a legacy item, this does not exist on PC, so PC, I'm sorry. You're just gonna have to use double crit damage shoulders. But until then, if you do find some, or if it comes from like a mob drop, get the Shadow Shin shoulder guards for the 7.7% defense down. The belt, let's see, where is it? I'm just trying to get my reds active. Let's see how I can kind of squeeze this in. Let's see. That gives me the red. That's 18 reds. I still need a couple. I need my yellows now. So let's see. Where is it? I gotta find it. So now I got 19 reds. Let's see if I can do this. I got 17 reds, 17 yellows. The accessories you want is actually the Seeking necklace. You want a necklace to be Seeking, and you want the ring to be Resentful. Now, there's a reason for that, is because the Seeking necklace is the thing that will give you 3 substats, and the Resentful will give you 2. Now, if you go for the Resentful necklace, you can have a cool double substat. For example, like this one has. Here, let me go down to this one. Where is it? Do I even have one on this character at the moment? I need one more yellow. I could switch it up, but like you can have, as you can see, like boom, you can have a 5% debuff, 22% crit damage, and the third one's going to be HP. But then I would have to pair this up with the Seeking Ring, and the Seeking Ring does not have any cool substats. As you can see, it's just PvE gold gain or HP, and that is not what I want. So you want the Seeking Necklace on the top. So you want to go for your reds, your whites, and your purples, and then the second one is going to be Resentful on the ring, the Resentful ring, because that way you can get crit rate. So with this little build on Lion, I have 27% crit rate, 364% crit damage, etc., etc. Now I could have, in my opinion, I would go for more crit rate. As you can see, I'm slacking a little bit. But this is because I'm trying to rock the double defense down. Now, I can be cheeky and actually rock the Fierce Hawk ring and have 40% crit rate as well, but then that means I'll have Fierce Hawk and Resentful. So there's 2 different builds you can do, Fierce Hawk Resentful or Seeking Resentful. But if you go for the Seeking Resentful, which is what most Lionheart Rangers do, you're actually providing more value to your team, because that way you can actually have uh, double defense down. So as you can do one hit, as you can see, there are 2 debuffs on the boss. But that's not all. If you have your DD shoulders, eventually you're going to have a third one. So there goes my mark. Boom, there goes a third one. But you're not, it doesn't stop there. You got mark, DD, and boom. So you actually have 4 debuffs. I have no panacea, no elixir. So you saw that crit was 417,000. I'm gonna wait till I get the 3 debuffs again so I can show you. Let's see. 272 on the lightnings. I gotta get my arrows back. I got the 3 debuffs again. I'm gonna wait till I get all 3 again. That way I can show you how much damage this could potentially do. There you go, 417. All the debuffs are up. See, 200k on the crits. And you gotta remember, this is all happening without a panacea, no elixir, and no beef curry. So obviously I'm gonna hit for way harder than I'm hitting right now. So 400k on a crit, and like I was mentioning before, that's kind of a big deal in those dims, because it may not seem like much, but like each look, erupting arrow every 10 seconds, and if you're critting for 417k to 600k 650s, the highest I've seen, you can actually add all that up every 10 seconds. That's like 1.5 million on an erupting every 10 seconds. So that's 3 million every 20 seconds. So every 40 seconds, that's 6 million. And when those bosses have substantial amount of health, that all adds up. Let's see. No crits. That's unfortunate. Now, let's do the other build in case you do not have the Seeking and you want to go for kind of like a more yellows oriented build. I'm going to go back to the Fierce Hawk Ring. Take off these legs. Go back to my other legs. Take off these shoes. Let's see. Take off these shoulders. Do I have the yellows? No, I don't. Okay, so I'm going to go back to my double crit damage shoulders. I'm going to go for this Resentful Necklace and Fierce Hawk Ring. So as you can see, I no longer have the double defense down, but I have 47% crit rate with 400% crit damage generally. Um, so I only have one debuff, as you can see right there. Trying to get my stacks up to 5. I know you might be asking, oh, why aren't you using, let's see, like 459k? Remember, this is all without Panaceas of Blades and Elixirs, so it's still not bad. I gained about 40k on my hits, but for the rest of the team, I didn't add anything else. That's pretty much how you want to build your Lionheart Ranger. It's really good. It definitely doesn't disappoint. I'm gonna go Lion in this dungeon so you guys can kind of see the damage. I'm just for a little bit. I personally think the Lion Ranger is constantly, just overlooked, and it just does so much damage that it's just underappreciated. Let's see, what was I gonna say? Well, can't wait to get this dungeon done, but honestly, I'm just gonna cut the video short here. That way you guys can kind of remember, copy the build that I had, the same thing I had, Ancient 5 bow, double crit damage quiver, double crit damage helm, AP chest piece, crit rate legs, AP and crit rate, double AP gloves. If you have the defense down shoulders, put that on. The waist, accessories, a Seeking necklace, and Resentful ring. Unfortunately, someone rejected it. Of course, it was like a 30-minute queue, but that is the name of the game. Um, but yeah, let me know if you guys have any questions or concerns about the Lionheart build. If you do have a different, build ideas, feel free to share it. But this is, in my opinion, the best that you can offer to your team. Of course, you're gonna want to have like ancient versions of this. Um, 47% crit rate is kind of ridiculous online. It's pretty high. So if you do run the Fierce Hawk Resentful, I would go for more like a crit damage. So if you can have like 30% crit damage, so like boom, I'll drop that in. Now I have 420% crit damage with 40 percent crit rate. Still a substantial amount, still viable. Again, this can go up to 35, so I would actually have 435% crit rate. But kind of tinker around with it and see what you do for yourself. But in my humble opinion, go ahead and use the double defense down and help your team out completely, because it is just so much nicer to be able to basically clear content with the Lion Ranger. Lion Rangers just add so much damage. And for the blessing itself, make sure that you max out the top and the bottom. And the last thing I was going to mention is like, okay, you're wondering why I don't have bottomless quiver. And the reason for that is because it just takes it's a one-time usage, but look how quickly I already got the the 5 stack. Okay, I didn't get it right there, but now it's bugged out. Boom, 5, and then it's basically there for like the next 30 seconds. Why? And I'm squeezing in these extra skills because I want to do maximum amount of damage on Lion. And people are gonna be like, well, that's ridiculous. You're just there as support. Yes, you are there as support, but with these numbers, you just you're missing out on the potential damage to lower the time on the dungeons. But that's just my opinion. Take it with a grain of salt. You can go ahead and rock bottomless quiver, but like with Tempest Volley and Erupting Arrow, like doing as much damage as they do, every 10 seconds, it all adds up. Well, that's it, guys. As always, guys, stay blessed. Take it easy.